So can you tell me what we're looking at here?
Oh, I didn't know I was going to be talking. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
This is a San R1 GT4 car. It's a sports car that's made in Bulgaria.
Okay.
It is brought into the United States by a company called Racer's Edge Motorsports in Florida. They run the reason we have it here is we're tied to them by the Transaxle. They run an Albins Transaxle, which is the North American distributor for Albins.
Okay.
So we've been helping with support on the transmission, parts and service, that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've heard of you guys. These are 5-speeds, right?
This one can be a 5 or a 6-speed.
Oh, they are
sequential or H pattern. This one can be a 5-speed synchromesh transmission. All of these Albins units we have over here are 6-speed sequentials.
Oh, they are. Okay. I've heard a lot of the custom GT40 kit guys. They it's an expensive option, but I've been
talking about them. But I haven't really got any to buy. Like guys
really?
that are running something that's going to be more of a track day or race car type thing, very limited street.
Yeah.
They'll think about these units. We get more inquiries for these two kind of in that application, mainly because this one's a synchromesh H pattern, very simple, straightforward, quieter.
Okay.
So we get some of the guys talking about that. We have some going into some street cars. We've had 3 of them race Pikes Peak this past year.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, anyone else? Di Tomaso Panteras or anything like that? Anyone else?
They're a little big.
A little big for that?
Fit.
Yeah.
By the time so this transmission is kind of the evolution of a couple different transmissions that we carried before. By the time we fixed all the weak links, made it capable of doing what we wanted it to do, it got kind of long.
Okay.
So it's a tough retrofit into something that has limited space.
Yeah, yeah. And then what are you showing here? Are these custom gear ratios you could adapt to it, or?
That would go into this transmission, just kind of showing how wide the gears are, what kind of gears they are, some of the rim polishing that we do to them.
Okay. I mean, it's not that long, and you know the distance between the the input and the axles here. It's not like a Corvette where it's like 5 feet long, you know. So,
and that's part of that is because of the layout. The Corvette, you get transmission and then the ring and pinion.
And then it's bolted right to the rear end. Yeah.
This one is ring and pinion and then the transmission section. So the spatially is just laid out.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell me more about the car? I want to know what kind of engine it's running.
I can tell you a little bit. It's,
whatever you know.
LS3 engine.
Oh, it's an LS3
by K-Tech. It is a sealed engine that is approved for the class that they race in. They race in the PRI Challenge Cup in the GT4 class. So it's kind of a balancing act of performance to make the cars relatively equal.
Yeah.
So it's the 515 horsepower model, but they are restricted to 45% throttle opening, so it's definitely limited on power. They only turn at about 6,000 RPM. They also got some weight added. They came out of the gate a little faster than they probably should have, so the balance of power and performance kind of came down on them a little bit hard.
Yeah.
It runs a 6-speed sequential Albins Transaxle, which is the one on the table right on the end here.
Okay.
As that trans sits there, it's about 20.
And it's sequential then, so okay.
6-speed sequential.
Yeah.
It has a set of drop gears in it, so you can tailor the overall ratios from track to track if the rules allow. Unfortunately, they are homologated to a certain set of rules and ratios, so they actually can't change them, but that was one of the benefits of the transmission. These cars are actually, like I said, assembled in Bulgaria. They do make this is strictly a race car. They have a track day car that's kind of a toy, a 2-seater, a little bit more finished, full dash, that kind of stuff in it out in the hallway. They have been working on trying to get a street legal version in the country, but as you can imagine, the regulations for that are pretty steep.
Yeah, especially with all the DOT requirements and crash and
airbags, front and side, bumpers for crash tests, that kind of stuff. So they're working to try and figure a way to get that done, but they're not super hopeful, unfortunately.
Okay, because I know the one company, Noble, what they would do is they'd ship it only like 85% complete, so you have to install the engine yourself. And,
right.
Yeah. Stupid loophole, you know.
Yeah, and you know that is an option they're looking at, and that's how the cars come. Racer's Edge brings them. It's complete, but they take it apart, put it back together, prep it like a race car, and the engine comes from K-Tech here in the States. So the car comes without the engine.
Okay.
So it's spec'd with the Albins Transaxle. All the rest of the components that are on here are kind of the standard features, but they just add the engine when it gets here.
Okay. So for a street application with these transmissions, can you put them in neutral, or do you have to ride the clutch?
No, you can put them in neutral.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one thing I always wondered about these. So.
These ones, like I say, as a sequential, we're kind of aiming as a full race unit. So they're straight
you don't need
gears, sequential, So they're going to have kind of that associated gear wind that comes with straight cut gears, but I have guys doing it. Especially guys that are building it for like more of a race track day car and maybe a weekend driving on the street. They don't tend to care about the wind too much. You wouldn't want to drive it down the highway for a couple hours though, because it would give you a headache.
I bet. Yeah, I've been to Formula One and Grand Prix, and yeah, I know that's.
When you're racing, you got a helmet on. It's not as noticeable, but if you were driving down the street with open ears, it would be a little bit beyond what you want to listen to.
Yeah, no, thank you. All right, hey, pleasure talking to you. Thanks a lot. Like your product, so yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for talking with us.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Really appreciate it. Yeah.
Not a problem. Enjoy the show.
Cool.
Hey, did you guys redevelop the transmission for the Nissan GTRs?
Albins has done a few things. They've adapted their ST6 inline transmission to work with the GTR transfer case, the R32 transfer case.
R32, okay.
Right. There have been a few of their customers with the two chassis cars put the entire trans into them.
Okay.
As far as the newer cars go.
I thought there was someone that redesigned one for the new R35 GTR, the rear-mounted one, but I'm not positive. So maybe it was this one, and yeah.
They're working on it. It hasn't got to that point yet. But
Oh, really?
in
Okay.
process, yeah.
Something I've seen on the internet. So.
Right.
All right. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.